You shouldn't have to give up chocolate to stay on track. These triple chocolate cheesecake keto bars are rich, creamy, and only 4 net carbs. These dessert will make you feel like staying in ketosis is a treat. Welcome to our kitchen in Keto with Kenny. That's it. Today we're gonna do triple chocolate cheesecake keto bars. Really great recipe, easy to make, not too difficult. There are several ingredients, but they're easy to work with. So these are the ingredients. Here's what we've got. We're gonna go ahead and start with our crust. So you're going to take and make a chocolate crust. I've already pre-lined with a little bit of parchment paper our 8x8 pan. You are gonna cook the crust, and we are gonna cook the cheesecake, and then we're gonna let it chill and cool back down all the way before we put our chocolate ganache on top. Yeah, ganache, sounds fancy, doesn't it? Tastes delicious. So let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and take our handy mixer, and you can see I've already added a 1.5 cups of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of sweetener, and 2 tablespoons of cocoa that we're going to put in here, see if I can do without making a mess. And then add our butter. That's gonna be our crust. So we're gonna be just a slightly sweet crust, not like overpowering. It's not the dessert part. It's just nice so that it doesn't feel like you're taking a bite of almond flour. There we are, we've got that all in. And then I pre-measured our 6 tablespoons of butter. I went ahead and let it stay room temperature and then gave it just a nice little nuke, about 30 seconds right before we brought it out. All right, we're gonna set that lid on, take our handy topper, and we're just gonna mix it up. That quick, that easy. We're gonna do one last thing. We're gonna make sure that we squeeze off all the edges so that it gets thoroughly mixed up. And all mixed up. So we'll take our blade out. Oops. Set that to the side. Take our our 8x8 pan. And I took a little parchment paper and kind of cut some edges. I'm trying something new because we want to be able to slip it completely out of the pan without losing any of the sides. So we're just gonna dump this all in here. Gonna get a little messy. Smells chocolatey wonderful already. And we're just gonna press this into all the corners, trying to even it out so that it's got the right thickness all around. Doesn't have to be perfect. See how easily it's right into the edges. And there we are. Nice patted down all evenly across. We're gonna place this in the oven as soon as it's ready. It's not quite there, but I preheated it to 350, so it's almost ready. So I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna start on our chocolate filling. Now listen to that. Guess what's ready? So we're going to cook our crust that we just placed into for about 10 minutes, just where it starts to solidify up and get a nice firmness to it. But we don't want to overcook it. We don't want a cracker crunch. So right into the oven. We'll set that timer for 10 minutes. And let's get to work on our chocolate cheesecake filling. So we already set out 8 ounces of cream cheese. And we're just gonna pull that into this so it's nice and soft, and that's what you want. Because we're gonna whisk this up and mix it all together. So we want it to be nice and creamy, smooth, straight out of the refrigerator. It's a little tough to make it mixed. It'll still work, you can do that. It's just not as easy. There we are. So I like to at times just go ahead and start to mix it a little bit because it's just a little bit more whipped. And we can keep it out of our whisk. There we are. We've got that set up. Now we're going to go ahead and add some of our other pieces. We're going to add a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of cocoa, an egg, some sweetener, and sour cream. So we're gonna go a tablespoon of vanilla, and our 1/4 cup of sour cream. Just gonna scoop that out of there. There we are. Use a finger to make sure we've got all of that sour cream out. Rinse. We're just gonna mix this a little bit up because we don't want to make a mess with our vanilla. And all nice and creamy. So now we're gonna go ahead and add an egg out at room temperature so it emulsifies. I've said that on multiple others. So if it's cold, it's okay. It just may not give you that lift and wonderful peak look that you're trying to get. Not so much in our cream cheesecake bases though. Egg's gonna help thicken it up and solidify. So it doesn't have to be room temperature. I like to do it just to prepare when I'm getting all of the ingredients together, just to have it so I don't forget. There we are again, all smoothed in. Now we're gonna add the flavor. We're gonna add a 1/3 cup of cocoa powder and a 1/2 cup of our sweetener. I am using the monk fruit because it's a little sweeter than our allulose. There's different recipes that work great for each sweetener. If you're looking for a more sugar to sugar recipe ratio, the monk fruit works best. Allulose has a lower freezing point, so if you're making ice cream, you want to use that because it will mix and stay nicely versus a gritty ice cream. It still tastes delicious as a gritty ice cream, but it depends. It's going to get a little harder too. So just depends on what you're looking for, and we do. I try to make notes in our recipe, so if you have a question about it, just drop a comment in it below. We'd love to have you on our journey. So if you like what you see and you haven't already subscribed, we'd love to have you along just so you can see what's coming up. Hit that notification button so you know what dessert works. You may not be a chocolate person. You may be a lime or a lemon or a cake person. We've got you covered. We've got all those desserts already loaded and more to come. If desserts are not your forte either, we've got lasagna, we've got a burrata salad, so we've got lots of options to help keep you in ketosis and not feel like you're missing out on a good food. And there we are. We've got it all mixed up together. Now we just have to wait for our 10 minutes on our crust to cook. As soon as our crust comes out, we're gonna let it rest for just a little bit. We don't want it to be too hot before we pour this in, but I'll be right back when we're ready to add this to our crust. We've pulled our crust out of the oven, let it sit for about 5 to 8 minutes so it's cool, but it's still warm. We're gonna just take and place all of our filling into the crust, and then we're going to bake it for 30 minutes. So we'll get it in, go to the next level. How rich and creamy that looks. Different grip so we can make sure we get all of it out of there. I don't know about you, but as a kid, I really loved licking the bowl, but I was so disappointed when my mom or grandmother would just completely clean it out so there was nothing to lick, nothing a little extra to have, none of that goodness, because they were efficient at getting everything into the recipe that needed to be there. I am not, and I've got a spatula that I'm gonna enjoy afterwards. Spread this out nicely. Even so that everybody gets the nice portion of chocolate cheesecake. Look at that, still got some nice. We're just gonna place it right into the oven, and we've got 30 minutes. So we'll be right back, 30 minutes. Our triple chocolate cheesecake, which is only double at the moment, is out of the refrigerator. So we're gonna finish that ganache, that last bit of piece that covers up. And while we do that, we're gonna pre-prep it on our table. So we've taken a cup of sweetened chocolate chips, and then we have a cup of heavy cream that we're just gonna pour in there. You can do this one of two ways. I like doing it in the microwave. So I've heated up my chocolate chips just a little bit more, so they're slightly warm already. You can take and warm your cream up on the stove top and then slowly melt your chocolate into there. But that's your choice. Like I said, I like doing it in the microwave. It turns out to be a little quicker for me. Let's see if I can keep a little bit of my mess I made there. And we're gonna put this in for about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna give it a good mix. While that's mixing, we're gonna prep our cheesecake. Oh, alarm, somebody's going off. So we're gonna just slide it out, which is why we put our parchment paper in there. Barely fits on there. So we're gonna go ahead and peel the sides. Look at that. Slowly but surely. Oh, some nice little sample pieces to try. You can see our crust and you can see our cheesecake. Just gonna lift that right off. Set it onto our plate. Yep, our barely fits on our plate, which is great. That means I'll cut a slice and it'll be mine. Here we are. Let's check our ganache. Let's give it 30 more seconds just in case. Let's go ahead and grab it out. Oh, warm chocolate creaminess. Let's just get it all mixed up without making a mess. And you can see how it's starting to just slowly change. We did a ganache like this as well for our flourless chocolate cake too, except we used sweetener and cocoa powder on the stovetop. And when you use cocoa powder like that, you do have to use the stovetop to be able to do. This could get messy, so we're gonna add just a little bit on top and let it just float over the sides. Give it a cut and try. Look at that, there we are, chocolate ganache. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit on top. Let it make its way down the sides. And there's our triple chocolate. Got a little on the side over there. And I've got more. I can add a little bit more and leave that there. We're gonna keep that for later on for another recipe. So a cup kind of gives you quite a bit, but it depends on how much you want on your triple chocolate cheesecake. We've got our ganache all the way spread around, so we're gonna go ahead and grab ourselves a little plate. Let's get our knife and cut this up. So it's gonna be 12 individual servings. They're about 5 net carbs per slice. So we're gonna go right in the middle. Another one. And that chocolate is just sticking to my knife, so I'm gonna drag it through a little bit. We're just gonna go right here. Cut us one right out of the middle right there. There we are. Definitely got some chocolate on our knife. There's what we've got. You can see a little crust, cheesecake, and chocolate ganache. Let's give it a try and see if that satisfies that chocolate craving. That is rich, creamy, chocolatey. The crust is really nice and holds up. That cheesecake, very delicious, mild, and then that ganache just adds that, definitely taking care of that chocolate craving. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget that notification as well, because you never know what's coming up next. It may be that dessert or that meal that takes care of that craving and helps you stay on track. Here's to health and happiness.